Welcome to ComSpark. I'm Jan Wenda, and joining me today is Tim Cunningham, CIO of Grange Insurance. Welcome, Tim.
Welcome, Jan. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining. We have a few questions here for you. So, for many industries, data analytics is an important topic. I'm wondering how you guys at Grange use data analytics to change the way you run your business.
Yeah, it's a really great question, Jan. So, we're in the business of assessing risk, and to really assess risk, you have to have good data and good analysis on that data to understand what are the risky behaviors or what are the risky attributes of a particular building or structure before we underwrite it. So it's really, really important for our future. And those risks change pretty rapidly. So not only is it something that you have an initial risk, but it's an evolving risk. So real-time data analytics is, I think, critically important in the insurance industry to be viable in the future. We're excited about the place that we're in right now. We've got a small group of data scientists that are working really, really hard to improve our data models, to drive insights in how we're looking at risk. And also, there's an opportunity of how we can use information and data to learn about where we might want to grow, where we have products and services that offer a really good match to the profile of customers that we think we're exceptionally good at understanding their risk and giving them value. So not only is it on the side of trying to identify and price for risk and then help folks avoid risk and inform on risk, but also where we can sell new services and products where we might not be as well known and be in a marketplace. So, data analytics, I think the future potential is really, really quite high.
Excellent. So looks like it's not just about managing risk, but actually also getting customers better service through targeting better. How you guys handle things like data quality? Because obviously to make good decisions, you need to have good data. How are you going about that?
Yeah, that's a really important aspect of making good decisions. It's garbage in, garbage out. So data quality, data validation, data enrichment are really key aspects. And it's a journey that we're on, quite candidly. We have been in a position where we've had data that the discipline and the insight or the foresight to say, hey, there's some really great data that's captured here, but if it isn't scrubbed and protected in a fashion that allows it to be trusted and accurate, then we don't want to use it, right? We want to protect our models and our analysis to have really good high quality data in. So the short answer is that data governance and quality is critically important to kind of get the expected outcome, and that is really tough to do on a legacy business because it wasn't always at the forefront of a particular field, wasn't valued necessarily for a future purpose. And so the quality could be suspect. And so we have to kind of do some modeling. We have to do some refurbishing or revalidation, repopulating, editing before we would accept it into the model and trust it. And that's something that we've learned from. So going forward, when we put in new systems and new applications, we want to make sure that the data integrity is up front. That way we're building quality in from the beginning and we can leverage greater valuable insights down the road that we might not even be contemplating right now.
That's an exciting journey. Well, you mentioned that going from the world where not necessarily everything was technologically enabled, right?
That's right.
So that's a big transformation. And how does it work within your company? Do you have like all the executive people in the business excited about it, or it's more like you as a CIO need to be in driver's seat to kind of convince people we should actually do it?
Yeah, I think I'm very fortunate, and I think we live in a really unique time period where the pace of technology change and the awareness of technology in our personal lives is advancing everyone in businesses to think more critically about technology and be more open to the possibilities. So I'm very fortunate that the leadership team at Grange Insurance is extremely supportive of transformation and modernization. We are almost a 90-year-old insurance company. And insurance companies are naturally risk adverse, but they recognize that in order to be a certain thriving survivor in the future, we have to continue to invest in technology, we have to continue to evolve, and we're doing that. So we're transforming, modernizing some of our core systems. We're also working with partners to help us innovate, bringing those external partners in, and we have a partnership with Rev1, which is a startup accelerator in town here that is noted in the region and globally for the ability to bring interesting solutions from startups into corporate cultures rapidly, and that's the partnership that we have with them. And then we're also innovating internally. And so our philosophy at Grange is that we think innovation is a participation sport, that we want everyone can participate. Great ideas come from the diversity of individuals participating together and being comfortable, being a little bit uncomfortable in a space and challenging each other, coming up with new ideas, getting outside of our comfort zone. And so we have a combination of internal innovation events that stimulate that type of creative thinking and ideas. They always start with a business opportunity or purpose, so it's not just innovating and ideating for the sake of doing it and checking the box. It's really with a business purpose of where's an opportunity that we have a thesis on in the future, and get everyone to kind of work together to challenge it, come up with some thoughts and help shape it. And so we think that's an important aspect of how we approach innovation both inside and externally. And we always try to make sure that we reflect on those innovative events and those partnerships and learn from them. We're not going to always get them right, but when we try, we'll adjust to make sure next time we don't make the same mistake, and we think that's a valuable part of that learning process to grow and to differentiate as a company.
Excellent. So clearly innovation, that's a trial and error.
Yes.
And it's great to hear that you guys have the courage to actually do it.
You're going to have to stop and visit us because we have also opened up an innovation studio in our offices that we think is a really cool space that helps bring folks together that want to collaborate and solve problems. And you're always welcome. I'll give you a personal tour, all right?
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Great.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
If you want to learn more, visit ComSpark.tech.